They tried to commit me to the asylum, but it didn't work. Mostly because I lather myself in butter. That's the trick, boys and girls. Lather yourself in butter. 1, they won't want to touch you, and 2, you smell good. Oh, and also they can't get the handcuffs on properly.
It's also great for lube. Hi, I'm Craven.
And I'm Loki, baby!
Welcome to
the A.N.T.S. podcast.
Is that what we're calling this? I can never remember.
Yeah, it stands for, not this shit podcast.
Yes, that makes sense.
Yeah. You know, we wanted people to know what they were getting in for.
Well, we don't lie.
We do not. Well,
that's why we're all going to die one day.
Well, they keep telling me this, hopefully. But I don't have any proof of that. For all I know, I'm invincible. But although at the same time, that TV show called Invincible, he doesn't live up to that name all too much. He does get the shit kicked out of him pretty much every episode. All
the time. It's always broken limbs. Why has he always got broken limbs?
He do be having a lot of broken limbs.
Oh, but no, motherfucker's invincible.
Motherfuckers. But when
oh, wait a minute. Is that not the point? That is not invincible. God damn, this world is full of trash.
I mean, he's invincible against that train at the end.
Oh, shit. Those people weren't.
Those people were not invincible against Invincible.
Little child getting a head taken off. That's some bullshit.
It was the good shit. That's what I wanted to see Carnage doing. I want him to eat a child's head.
If I don't have Carnage, Benson will be like down the street.
As a basketball?
As a basketball. Then I don't want to watch that movie.
You know what?
I do like the gay kissing it though.
Oh yeah, he is the first
LGBTQ.
The openly gay symbiote, first of his lot.
See, they support the alphabet committee.
The alphabet committee.
They know what they're doing, y'all. They're getting the tongue within the occipital's mouth. Basically, what they're doing is proving that, hey, Carnage could be bad.
Hey, man.
And that's what you all care about, isn't it?
That's what you all care about. You no longer care about a good story or a good movie, for instance. No. It's all about them gays.
I wonder where Deadpool puts his dick. Stay tuned. We're going to find out.
Oh, shit. Answer, it's everywhere.
Everywhere.
Including blenders.
It's tough to get out. You gotta wash deep.
It is.
Well, I've been Craven.
Don't worry, he can't go anywhere. His dick's still attached to that blender.
God damn, that was a good time.
Wish we had like a sound effect for a blender then.
And that was the sound effect guy.
That was our sound effect guy. We're gonna hire a new sound effect guy. He's not very good at his job.
Keeps getting out the cage.
Hank, fuck off!
But what did I do wrong?
You lived, Hank! That's what you did wrong!
That's what my mother said.
Hank, stop lying! You don't have a mother! Well, you were bred by trees!
Those trees were the harshest parents I could have asked for. They give me a right lashing.
I've been Loki!
And I've been disturbed. Where the fucking hell did this go?
I thought you were just gonna say, and I've been one sick son of a bitch.
An adorable sick son of a bitch, maybe.
I mean, for all they know, yeah.
Yeah, I could be pretty.
Yeah.
I'm not pretty. My mom tells me I'm one ugly motherfucker.
He's got 8 legs.
She does tell the truth a lot.
He's like... You know, she do be telling the truth. Sometimes, let's say to a fault, you know, she did tell me on my first birthday she wishes I was dead.
Oh, your first? She bounced me against the goddamn wall. That's why I'm so pretty.
Anywho, what the fuck did we want?
What were we talking about again?
Oh, yeah. Yo.
Abusive parents?
Yo, you sure we ain't high?
I wish I was high. I'll tell you why. Weed's better than alcohol, ladies and gentlemen.
Weed is better than alcohol, ladies and gentlemen.
No, I'm not trying to make any of y'all alcoholics cry out there. But y'all listen up, motherfuckers, and y'all listen good.
Weed's better than alcohol.
What were we talking about again? I'm pretty goddamn high.
I think the what? Hello? Can't you go?
Oh shit, this is recording.
Oh shit, yeah it is. I thought this was just me trying to talk myself to sleep.
Talk or top?
Next question! Yeah, we wanted to talk about Free Guy. Oh, Free Guy.
I remember now.
10 out of 10. Wait a minute. No. Scratch that. Yeah, maybe like...
Take two like ones off that. And it's a 0.
Maybe, it wasn't that bad. Maybe like a 6. 5 and 6. Yeah. I could see that.
It was acceptable.
It was entertaining for what it was.
Yeah.
What it was a little bit of Women like the good boys! And...
Spoiler alert, they never like the good boys.
No!
Assholes always get the women.
It's true. It's true. Yeah, it's right, you little fucking nerds out there in school and whatnot. For one thing, if you are in school and listen to this, don't make our life choices. Make better life choices.
More importantly, what the fuck are you doing listening to us?
Yeah, don't listen to us. But also, stop being a little bitch. Actually, yeah, listen to that bit. Stop being a little bitch, be a hard case, and don't listen to anything else we say. But Free Guy was good. I mean, it was enjoyable. It was enjoyable. Like, it could have been worse, that's for sure.
I think it was a really good premise.
It was a good premise, you know, like an NPC. I mean, like a...
But like, spoiler alert, but the whole,
yeah,
like...
we're going to be talking about the spoilers
actually
of the movie. What was
trying to
the
achieve?
point?
Who cares?
Yeah, because the thing is, they said, oh, the bad guy used their code to make his game. Wasn't that what you signed the contract for? That was the whole point, wasn't it? You signed the contract, you signed over your game.
The CNC got squeezed out.
Yeah, how? How did she get squeezed out?
In what, like... courtroom would that work?
I feel like that's one of those things where it's like, this almost makes sense, just enough to the point where most folks won't question it. We'll question it because we're reviewers and arseholes, but most people won't question it and just go, yay, plot. But like I mean, I can't blame them because it works for the most part. Like, still, it gets people in the seats.
It had me questioning a lot of like, well, he's doing good dates, but
yeah, he's still
they
getting
even
XP.
said that his XP will be really low.
Yeah,
motherfucker leveled up quicker than everyone else.
He really did. Like, I think it's meant to be implied though that he's doing so many fucking good deeds that he ends up higher. But at the same time, still, he shouldn't have been able to. I was kind of expecting it to be one of the things where like he'd end up having to do bad things to do good things. It'd be like that. But nah, he literally is just like, oh, I'm gonna stop this, and it's like, yeah, okay. But also,
the actual world that they got at the end. Who cares? Let's watch. Did you watch the series?
Which bit?
People. Well, at the end of the movie,
how people are watching the NPCs just walk around,
walk around and live. So in other words, reality TV.
Yeah, literally reality TV.
I didn't get that.
Reality TV, but with AI. That's it. Like, also, you would think, like, wouldn't they want to, like, extend the world and make it bigger as well as they could? Because I like how he's like, that was another thing he said, our servers, they're not enough, there's too many people watching. I'm like, wait, is that a thing? I thought it just broadcasted it and then separate. I thought that was a different thing altogether.
I want to hit the magic broadcast button for you to watch him on the gameplay all of a sudden on every screen in the world. I mean, I can't wait to get that button.
Was that?
How the hell do you get that button?
And that was also one of the other things that I love. How in this movie, so every time it's from Guy's perspective, which was the main guy's name, they literally just called him Guy because get it, he's Free Guy at the end. Fucking get it, you fucking degenerates. Anyway,
so almost as if they're hitting you over the head with it.
Subtlety. Whatever happened to that?
That was when good writing existed.
Doesn't
come together anymore.
No, it do not. But yeah, so that was one of the things. So when you see it from his perspective, everything looks like actual people, like it's crystal clear, it's perfect and all this.
Yeah.
But then when you actually see the outside world in the gameplay, it looks worse than GTA 5. Which is a game that's been out for years as well.
PS2
and is about as big
graphics.
as I would say it's about as big. The AI in it is obviously meant to be more like progressive, but this is meant to be like a PC game of that as well. Only this is not a game that can be played on console, as far as I'm aware. Also, another thing that seemed really fucking stupid to me is the game itself. Okay, so the guy who created it and everything, the game itself, what's it called? Free City.
Free City.
It's not a free game.
Yeah.
How the fuck does that work?
Which would
what
have
kind
made
of
more sense
stupid marketing
so that
is
they
that?
can buy all the shit in it.
Also, I don't understand why. That was another thing as well. How they keep on saying like, "Oh, he's gonna launch Free City 2. Oh no, he's gonna delete the first one." Why the fuck would you delete the first one and make a second game? That's not making a second game. That's not a sequel.
What universe where people play games does that ever happen?
That's just a big patch, and that would only happen if people didn't like the game. But clearly, people still enjoyed the game and everything. It wasn't getting horrible reviews all over the place. They even said it was successful. There's people blogging in all the time, coming in and shit. So it doesn't make any sense that he's like, "Hey, let's make Free City 2 completely brand new. It's completely fresh. Scrap everything and do it all over again." And it's like, but why would you do that?
Or you can benefit from 2 different paychecks.
Yeah, that's it as well. Because as soon as he makes Free City 2, the people are going to buy... Sure, some people are going to buy Free City 2, But then that's when you have your sales for Free City 1, so the people who were considering it and be like, maybe, they will buy it, and then there you go. You're still getting some money from Free City 1, and you get it from... basically, none of the actual plot makes any real sense if you break it down a lot.
No.
It's kind of just there for a lot of the jokes, which a lot of the jokes did actually make me laugh. But the fucking cringe of having actual Twitch streamers and like YouTubers actually appearing and watching like a guy go through this. This guy blue shirt when it was fucking Jacksepticeye. Nothing against Jacksepticeye or anything. Most of the people, well, actually, I don't really know. I only knew two of the people, Jacksepticeye and Pokemon. I don't know much about Pokemon.
One of them Ninja.
Oh, one of them was Ninja as well, actually. I don't really know much about him. All I know is he's a Fortnite streamer, and that's about it.
I'd say it's a lot about it, though. I don't know who it's targeting. Like, I get it to 12. But
yeah, they really did use up their 12 as much as they could, for sure.
Another thing that I totally didn't understand, right? So, the girl in the red dress...
Yes.
She keeps getting with everyone who, like, just automatically steals a car.
Yeah, if you steal a car, she gets with you, yeah.
Have you ever played any game ever? When you do that, they scream, trying to jump out the car, or it goes into a hostage mission.
Also, that's kind of boring, the fact that the day resets, so that anybody who does steal a car... But, because all of the events, right, they all restart. So you either have to have really good timing and be there precisely on time when every event starts, or you've got to be there early and do it beforehand anyway, like stealing her car because it's there immediately. So you've got to steal her. There'll be fuckers sat there. Actually, that was one thing I did like. The guy who's like the highest level, and he's like a streamer and all that, and then it cuts to him in real life, and he's just this fat, fucking disgusting nerd. But they've got Channing Tatum as like his avatar and everything. I actually do kind of like Channing Tatum as well. He makes me giggle.
I like how he goes out of his way to be funny. Like, people didn't realise how funny he actually is.
Yeah, he actually is. Like, I still say, like, one of his more underrated little bits, but from At World's... No, not At World's End. World's End? Is it just called World's End?
World's End.
World's End, yeah, with like all of those other like famous ones like Seth Rogen and James Franco and shit like that. Where like he shows up at the very end and he's like Gimp Boy for like fucking like
assume the position and he just his ass in the air.
I think he keeps on just doing that like a dog every time.
Hey guys, what's going on?
He is actually really good. That and both Jump Street movies.
Yeah.
Those don't get mentioned enough because both of those movies are really fun actually.
It's like with this though, like I knew they were coming, like all the references.
I didn't. Do you know what? I knew they were going to have references.
Ages for the Marvel Star Wars one. I knew it was going to be a lightsaber.
See, I didn't realise this movie was made by Disney.
Right.
So, like, before going into it, at least anyway. Obviously, by that fucking point, I did. I mean, I was kind of like, because he uses the cap shield, and it cuts to Chris Evans saying, "What the fuck?" I was like, alright, it's kind of okay. But then the lightsaber with the fucking Star Wars theme going on and the Avengers theme was in the background too with the other one.
One, then it
yeah, it was like, this really is just reference to the... But, I'll say this though, I think... I don't know actually. I think it did its references kind of better than Ready Player One did. At least movie-wise.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, better than Space Jam, yeah, I'll give that.
Oh, like, Space Jam was just them, Warner Brothers, pulling out their penis and slapping you repeatedly in the face with it. And I know you usually like that kind of thing, but...
that's a good time. Call that Saturday night. But even that, like, just the characters that they had in the background, they made no sense. Like, they've literally got Clockwork Orange.
Yeah.
Why? In a children's movie, why are they there? Like, it's just literally so they can go, we own the rights to all of these.
Yeah. It's really, the Space Jam is not a movie I would recommend, but it's one of those movies where it's 100% relying on the nostalgia.
Oh, yeah.
Like, nobody's...
They don't even put the soundtrack, like, they don't even put the Space Jam song in.
No, they didn't actually do that.
I'm out.
Come on and slam.
Welcome to the jam. Hey, what you gonna do? I'm sorry, calm down.
It seems really stupid as well that in this city, so the whole point is like, he's got these things, they all work on a loop, right? Until they get interrupted, that sort of thing. But, so they literally can't do anything else. That would actually sound kind of boring, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like, every single day is the exact same. To the point where, I swear to God, there'd be, like, people, like the main girl we see, who would have memorized certain bits of these lines who would just be used to fucking hearing this shit, and he'd be like, fucking hell, every time I log on, it's this shit.
Well, that's the other thing that I didn't get. Like, why, when every time she was backing out of the game, she was saving it. Was she starting back?
And then she'd start in the same place where she was before, yeah.
Like, actually further back than the save.
Also, what happened to autosave?
Yeah, well.
Like,
I feel like whoever created this...
Maybe that was literally just to...
has never played a video game in their life.
Yeah.
Like, don't actually realise the small things.
Especially an online game, actually.
Yeah.
Online games always autosave.
All the
pretty
time.
much. Like, I think it's... I can't actually think of one that doesn't autosave.
And the other thing with the girl in the red dress, why didn't he give her the glasses?
Yeah. Oh, wait, no, he did, didn't he? Oh, wait, no, he went... No. I thought he was going to. That was it. I was like, is he going to make the other NPCs become free by giving him the glasses? Also,
give them a speech.
I did think by taking the glasses off one of those, one of the actual players, I thought they would just die. Like, I was expecting their bodies to just collapse onto the floor.
It's like, so what happens to that player now?
Yeah. Like, did they have to make an entirely new
account? I'm
account?
sure it's a disconnected.
Yeah, it's a disconnected. So if they reconnect, will they get their glasses back, or is that account fucked?
There's too many questions.
I mean, that's a whole other thing. Like, that doesn't get in the way of, like, actually ruining the movie, in my opinion. But that's just one of those things to contemplate about it, really. But
even the end and, like, the whole, oh, well, it's a beautiful world. Why not just do an expansion?
You could easily... I would definitely be expanding that. Because it's literally just a small island. Also, actually, because that's another thing. Can they have children? Computer, could they have AI children?
I don't know. We're going into Matrix.
You really are, but you could definitely expand that, and you would think they would.
I wouldn't be surprised, although I'm sure I even read that there's a sequel.
Yeah, they apparently have already asked for a sequel, like a few days after the first one came out. They said, like, I saw reports of like them asking for a sequel, but
that shows people are watching this trash.
Oh, because people gobble this shit up, that's why. Even, like, the entire movie, it's like we said at the beginning, the entire movie ends up being a thing for, like, good guys get the girl at the end, even though he literally doesn't, because she's a real-life person and he's a computer. And him being the good guy, he's totally fine with that, and it's just like, goodbye, be happy, I'll just forget you exist now, even though his entire programming is, I love this girl.
Well, it's actually the good guy who made the good guy.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, but he's not good. He sold her out.
Yeah, the only fucking way that could have been less subtle, basically, is if they'd actually had Ryan Reynolds' character Guy played by the same guy who created him. That's the only way they could have been less fucking subtle with this shit.
Man, I am always happy to say Steve out of Stranger Things.
I know you are, but you're fucking in love with Steve from Stranger Things.
He's a beautiful man.
I mean, he do be a beautiful man. I give you that. His hair is
God,
it's some nice hair. Some nice hair.
I bet you could pull at it all night long. And Billy, don't forget Billy out of Stranger Things. I know you ain't seen it, but Billy's nice.
I was thinking,
Billy's not. Billy's
I don't know any Billys.
But Billy's hot.
But Billy hot. That's alright. But yeah, but this brings in the worry though as well. Since this was Disney's first thing with Ryan Reynolds in as well, this is definitely their sort of little prelude, if anything, to Deadpool. And that brings some worries of what Deadpool will actually become.
It scares the shit out of me.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, for me personally, the first one was the best anyway. It was a little bit... The second one was a little bit worse than the first one. So I was kind of like... A lot of people I knew said they preferred the second one, and I didn't. Mainly because the first one was much more of a Deadpool movie. It's all centered around him, basically. And then from the second one, it's immediately, these other characters, let's really push them to the limelight too.
The more I think about it, it was way too quick for them to start going, let's bring Cable, let's bring him. Cable is a massive part of Deadpool.
Oh, yeah.
But it would have been nice to see him, like, maybe the government getting him.
Yeah.
Forcing him to go do all these kills and actually sending him to snap a lot more.
Yeah.
Because that's one thing I will say about Deadpool. As much as I do like it and as much as I've got good to say, he's not crazy enough at all.
No, Deadpool's not crazy. Do you know what Deadpool is now? He's fucking quirky. That's all he is. He's not crazy.
Literally, and I do like Ryan Reynolds, but he's just Ryan Reynolds in the mask.
It is Ryan Reynolds.
I don't feel like at any point I'm watching Deadpool, I'm like, there's Ryan Reynolds playing Deadpool.
It's like I say, I love the first one, but I know exactly what you mean. It does just feel like Ryan Reynolds playing Ryan Reynolds. And I get it, it still ends up with a good product. But maybe it's just because they know if they truly went for like what Deadpool is actually like, maybe people wouldn't actually. Because I think people have a different. People have a different view of what Deadpool really is. Like, although actually that could be another thing as to why maybe they're a bit more fear of that we're not going to get the real Carnage either. Maybe we're just going to get another, oh, I'm a bad symbiote, oh, I'm killing people.
I smothered someone with my tongue.
Yeah,
that could be the only kill scene to say.
Yeah, not, oh, I'm going to rip these organs out, use this guy's organs to throttle this other guy, while I rip this other guy's leg off.
Oh, well, if Tom Holland is in.
I really don't want that. Because that's just another thing, which is... This Venom, from what we've got so far, wouldn't fit very well into the MCU of the current day, I think, anywhere.
I feel like he possibly would have been okay with the Andrew Garfield Spider-Man.
Yeah, that one had a more darker tone, I think. Like, even... like, just the way it was shot as well, like, it's like it could... much more suited towards him. Hey, okay, actually, that is something I would accept, though. If, say... the Tom Holland one isn't in this one, but Andrew Garfield's was, so that's connected to the Amazing Spider-Man universe. But then that one connects to this, the Into the Spider-Verse that we're going to be getting. Yeah,
that'd be
I'd be all right with that actually, because like you say, I'd see Andrew Garfield fitting quite well and going up against this Venom, because I think him and what's the guy who plays Eddie Brock again?
Tom
Hardy, that's it. Yeah. I really do think they'd have some good chemistry for when they do like the buddy cop team ups.
Yeah,
because they do that in the comics as well. You know, like when they're up against Carnage.
It's always
actually.
the same. It's like Spider-Man's like, I can't trust this guy. I really can't trust this guy. Most of the time, Venom's just like, I need to get me a mistake out of the way.
Imagine if we finally got Amazing Spider-Man 3 and it's the actual Sinister Six that was teased by the end of Amazing Spider-Man 2.
That would be impressive.
Fucking imagine that. We actually get Carnage and like Venom, you get Doc Ock, you get the proper Green Goblin comes back, you get the Lizard back, Scorpion would get to see too. I wasn't asked about the Rhino. I didn't like what they did to the Rhino. I'll admit that. That's the only thing. A lot of people said, oh, the problem with Amazing Spider-Man is, oh, that one had too many villains. I'm like, no, it fucking didn't. It had two. I didn't really count Rhino as an actual villain. He's in it for 10 seconds.
I felt like they could have used the villains a lot better.
100%.
But then at the same time, the villains they went for, like, yeah, I like the villains.
I really... the only thing that I would have said to have done differently, really, was to have not had Harry Osborn be the Green Goblin from the get-go.
Yeah.
It should have been Norman Osborn straight away. And I also didn't like the fact that the only reason he's becoming the Green Goblin is, oh, we have a disease that suddenly advances really fucking quick on Harry compared to Norman, who had, like, 50 years?
It would have made a lot more sense as well, even though, like, Norman's in the bed.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you could have literally said, like, he's been turned into the Ultimate Spider-Man.
Yeah, because that's what I had heard. Somebody said, apparently, to me that, like, that's what it was meant to, like, be similar to. Mm-hmm. The Ultimate Spider-Man version of Green Goblin is he actually transforms into, like, a Green Goblin. And I was like, oh, right, so they literally could have done exactly what you said, could have continued the tests, but without Peter Parker's father to help him, this is what happened to him. He starts to mutate further into, like, the Goblin takes over instead, and that should have been it. And then, obviously, we get, like, the usual storyline of, like, Harry.
Everything about it was, don't get us wrong, it's Amazing Spider-Man only in name, because everything about them movies is Ultimate Spider-Man in the comics.
Yeah.
It's like, he's a skater, he's very, like, he's not ugly, even though original Peter Parker was just dweeby looking.
Yeah, he's going to be a nerd.
Well, this one's more like a skater rocker.
Yeah, which a lot of people, that's what people always complain about as well. It's like, he's too fucking cool. And say, well, there is this version of him, you know, like, it's all a
we have
take,
Tobey Maguire's version.
Yeah, we do. We do be having that. Like, Tobey Maguire was still really good at it, but...
Good Peter Parker.
Yeah, he was a great Peter Parker.
Mediocre Spider-Man.
Yeah, but he do have some good movies.
Makes us think, well, like, down the line, it's going to happen again, and you're probably starting way down the line. Who are they going to cast next?
Oh god, that's going to happen eventually. I think they'll introduce Miles Morales soon, you know, into the MCU.
Well, I've got a theory that the next into the
Spider-Verse Or No Way Home, this one's called, isn't it?
Where, oh no, not that. What am I trying to think of? With Miles Morales as the story.
Oh yeah, Into the Spider-Verse.
It is Into the Spider-Verse.
The animated version.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry.
Well, what I'm thinking is, what if at the end of that, it turns live action.
connects. Oh god! Whenever he goes to like the No Way Home version, he becomes live action. He's like,
Yeah.
Yeah, he could do that. I'm sure. Oh god.
They've already hinted at who could be playing him, and it's
really?
Donald Glover.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Wait, I thought Donald Glover already played his uncle.
Yeah, that's right. He does. So he could play the Prowler.
Yes. Which I did really like the Prowler in Into the Spider-Verse as well. Prowler was cool. But yeah,
there's a character that originally didn't do so well, and they've managed to turn him around and
Miles
make
Morales.
it something. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which I feel like Disney's lost that, like Marvel's lost that. The hope for the characters.
Yeah.
They think messages is what the world wants to hear.
Messages. They rely on two things. Their messages embedded into... I was going to say names and that's it. Like, what's that? You like Hulk? Have a Hulk movie. Even though I don't think that's a thing.
There is no Hulk.
Actually, isn't Abomination going to be in... Yeah. Abomination's meant to be in Shang-Chi, right?
Yeah.
Apparently, which I don't
That'll
know.
That'll be a fight scene, like, he's gone against, is it Wong?
I have no idea. I don't know any of the characters. Oh, what do you mean from Doctor Strange?
Doctor Strange.
Oh, yeah. Yeah?
I'm sure he's going against him.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
To which, like...
Why?
Who cares?
Why the fuck is Wong fighting anybody? I thought he was like kind of like a monk who just practiced sorcery. He's not really meant to be much of a fighter.
After the snap, they probably kidnapped them and they're forcing superheroes to fight each other with villains.
Oh, that'd be kind of cool, actually, to be fair.
It would be cool if we got a full-length story of it called, For Ragnarok. I mean, World War Hulk.
That's another one as well with the next Thor movie, Love and Thunder. I still because that was the thing as well. Taika Waititi was in Free Guy,
yeah,
but he didn't write it or anything like that.
I feel like he went out of his way, right, to get good credit after all that shit about him, where he's had his picture took with the girl who plays Valkyrie.
Oh yeah,
and it's a singer. I can't remember what singer it is, but he's kissing them both on the balcony. I think it could be his house.
Yeah.
So Disney weren't happy about that.
Disney, so people are allowed to have lives.
So could he have had to do that as a favour to get them off his back?
Maybe. But actually, that's another thing as well. Everybody else is like, obviously, you meant to hate this guy, but
it was the funniest thing, innit? Like,
I just meant like character-wise, you meant to be like, I'm rooting against him, but at the same time, it's like. It's always the thing with a lot of AI movies that the AI eventually wants to take over its master. It's basically the Greek stories, isn't it? Every time how whatever you create, it accidentally becomes stronger than you and it takes over. Yeah.
Bite you in the arse, basically.
So, but them doing that. So he's the one trying to stop this. Like, no, stop the AI, stop the sentience, and everybody's like, no, this is the bad guy.
Meanwhile, he's saving the world.
Yeah. Also, apparently, so at the end, he goes to jail or something as well?
Yeah,
how the fuck did he go to jail?
Why would he go to jail if he's destroying his own property?
Literally.
Even if he's took that and he's hid it from her, it's still his property.
It's still his, he still owns it. I really don't understand, but they shouldn't have said, it was going to be Free City 2. That should have easily just been, an updated patch or something, but then again, I bet you that would... I was going to say that would piss people off, but that would... I've definitely seen companies do that as well.
Yeah, well, the fact that as the female character, when she's saying stuff like all these mum babies who were just going about killing each other and killing all NPCs and doing this and that,
that's the game.
Have you never played a game?
Yeah, yet she's the one who invented. Well, it's because she invented the game, though. That wasn't even a game actually.
A game that I don't know anyone who would play.
Well,
although no, it's technically Minecraft. Apart from you watching
it's just a creation game, that sort of thing. But let's be real, most games are it gives you a goal. A lot of the time, it's fighting stuff like that sort of thing, or it's going against something. It's some sort of challenge.
There's an
it's
actual
about beating
goal.
Challenges. Yeah, there's a goal. I don't know why she's offended or annoyed by this game. It's you do understand this is just a game. It's something people do to pass time.
In the whole case, okay, he found the button. Well, how did you kiss him again?
That's what doesn't make any sense, yeah.
Are you just making up everything in this as you go along? There's no ground rules. And when there's no ground rules, anything goes.
I did like the awkwardness of the first time when he kisses her and just cuts to her on the screen, zero sound, and she's just looking side to side what the fuck is going on? How is he doing this? But yeah, that's exactly it. Later on when she kisses him, and you're like, wait, I thought you fucking said there was no button to kiss each other. How the fuck did you do it? Did you program it in? No, you're not a programmer for this game anymore, bitch!
It definitely felt like, oh, it'd be a good idea if we do this, it'll be a good idea if we do that. Maybe we should concentrate on the story, guys.
And that man was immediately shot.
Yep. Thrown out the window. It's that meme. When they're like,
yeah.
He's gone.
Once we need ideas for a movie. How about one about being a good guy? How about one against this? How about a one with a good story? You son of a bitch, Carl!
That's the DC execs every time. How about a new movie?
God.
How about Batman? Yeah, Batman. How about Batman?
Oh, actually.
Well, we could do Justice League. Get up, go.
Did we talk about Suicide Squad on the last podcast as well, or had you not seen it yet? You hadn't seen it, had you? Because I haven't seen it, but
I've seen it.
I'm not wasting my fucking time with that garbage.
The best way I can describe it is, right?
Yeah.
It has some fun moments.
Yes.
Genuine fun moments.
Yeah.
But the majority of it, trash.
Yeah.
It's exactly what I said about Zack Snyder's Army of the Dead.
Yeah.
This guy is sat there and went, and this will be a good idea, and I can't wait to do this, and I'll do this to the team.
And those bits
all
are
the way
good.
through, and you're like, why? I mean,
yeah.
Spoiler, something happens with Harley Quinn. Are you ever going to watch it?
No.
Right. So Harley Quinn, for some reason, the guy who runs this island is automatically in love with her.
Oh, of course.
He wants to marry her. So
of
all the people of this island will then go on his side. This island is like in the, I don't know, Bahamas or something. I have no idea where it is. It's just like run by its own little government kind of thing. And you've got this El Presidente who's like, I'm going to marry Harley Quinn. Why?
Yeah. So, and that's just
she
like,
shoots
hey,
him because he says something about killing children or something like that. And then it's like you get a line where, I've been with too many psychos, so I know when to take the signs, and that's a big red flag. It's like, oh my god, that's funny. That's so fucking funny.
How is that funny anyway? Because it's wait, you've been with too many psychos. Isn't the whole point of Harley Quinn's character that she's in love with the Joker. And just the Joker? I know there's like her more healthy relationship is her and Ivy, but Ivy's not meant to be a psychopath.
No.
Like Joker is. That's the whole point of him. He's a manipulative, like he's evil. Like
it was just like, I mean, I'll give them credit. They didn't revolve around I really thought the full movie was going to be Harley Quinn
again. Yeah,
it wasn't.
Okay, that's
she does some
at least
really over the top stuff that anyone who knows anything about Harley Quinn would be just like, really?
Yeah.
Like this girl, she's going to be running and doing some mad shit when you've got like agents there with you.
The other thing, the only bit that I have seen is I've seen the end credits, like at the very end. Like, and again, spoilers, but if you're still watching this, we've spoiled like 3 fucking movies now. Get over it, pussy.
Yeah.
But at the end when it turns out like, oh, John Cena's character, he's alive. And then you've got those other 2 who come in and do all this shit. It's like, Waller's just lumping us with this guy. Their acting was fucking awful.
Yeah, so bear in mind the full point of Waller.
Mm-hmm.
She does the tough stuff.
Yeah.
She's the one you actually want protecting the country.
Yeah.
Whatever country you're from, you want her as the protector.
Yeah.
Because she'll do the tough calls.
Mm-hmm.
She makes a tough call and she is about to kill the full team because that's the full point of it.
That's the whole point of it. They're meant to be ready to die.
They're about to ruin their cover.
Mm-hmm.
And as they turn around to go fight this big starfish, which it takes a Justice League to fight in the comics, but okay.
Yeah.
Let's settle for the B-list villains. Which don't get started on Bloodsport, because what the fucking purpose is it?
Again, just to stop you there for a second, which is the fact of like, okay, so this is a planet-ending thing, okay? And the same, at the end of that, they say, oh, we need John Cena's character just to save the fucking world. That's all, with the fucking terrible actor.
Yeah.
Again, that line is awful. The way she delivers it, I don't know, it's just great on me. But, so this is a thing that is an actual threat to, like, the world. And not just like a small few people or something that could be dangerous to the person handling it. You would get the Justice League for that.
Yeah.
They'd come to you. They wouldn't actually even fucking wait for a call. They'd be there. But then the Suicide Squad, they're sending them in, and it's like, wait.
Well, the twist
why?
is that they didn't actually want to send the Suicide Squad, and this is very Suicide Squad comics.
Okay.
They didn't want to send them to kill it.
Yeah.
They wanted them to bury the information that they'd been working on it with the US government.
Ah, okay.
However, the Suicide Squad, near the end, decide, Nah, we've
Yeah,
got to
of
be
course.
good guys all of a sudden. You know, because the full purpose of them is they're the fucking villains.
Yeah, I'm fucking sick of it. Because isn't that exactly what happens in the first one as well? Like, oh, we have a chance, and it's like, oh, we'll be the good guys now. Hey, guys. Fucking...
You mess with my friends.
I hate the way she sounds as well. I mean, I'm very against, like, just that version of Harley Quinn in general. I like pretty much every other version of Harley Quinn. It's just that one that I really fucking hate, honestly.
I just feel like she's more coked up than anything else.
Yeah.
That's not acting, that's a lot of coke. A lot of coke.
Yeah. And not even like a fun kind of really coked up person, just kind of annoying and there. Trust me, I've been around a lot of them.
You want to hit them with a fucking bat?
I mean, I want to hit people with a bat anyway, but people frown upon that.
Not if you
Especially
get caught.
the police. What?
Not if you don't get caught, I should say. Not saying that I condone such acts of violence.
I do love that there's somebody I know, like, when people say, like, I have trouble, you know, that sort of thing, and they'll go, you're only in trouble if you get caught. And I'm like, yeah, you're a man who knows how to hide, don't you? You know what you're doing.
You have to be prepared. Think fast, like a cat. Fuck you, Loki.
You fucking wish you could fuck me.
Twice. In a dream.
God. Only twice? You fucking slacking, boy.
That was one dream. I've had many dreams.
Oh, God. That was only last night, bitch.
Yeah.
Yes.
Anyway.
What else do we got? Talked about fears of Tom Holland being in the Carnage movie. Although what would be funny to say if Tom Holland showed up for 5 seconds and Carnage literally grabbed him by the leg and head and ripped him in half.
Ripped him in half, yeah.
That I'd appreciate.
It would never happen, but that would
Oh, wouldn't it? Disney wouldn't allow that shit.
Even as an alternate world thing, he just walks out of a shop, not as Spider-Man in this universe.
Yeah, like it's
and
just
he just
Tom
gets
Holland.
in the way.
Yeah, that would be fucking hilarious.
It'd be a hell of a note.
To be fair, Sony still technically owns all of Spider-Man. Isn't it kind of just a case of they're saying to Marvel, you can use them, but technically they still reserve the right to use them themselves if they want to as well, right? So if they actually did genuinely want to continue the Amazing Spider-Man like we discussed, they could. They could actually just be like, you know what it is, yeah, we've got Venom. Venom definitely did surprisingly well, I think. Considering when it first came out, a lot of people, the reviews were awful of it. Although you can't really trust reviews all that much nowadays, because fucking really hell, they're wrong 9 times out of 10 now. I
could be wrong, but wasn't it coming off like the hot off the heels of Old Man Logan?
Nah, definitely not.
Wasn't it?
Nah.
I couldn't remember if that.
This was, Old Man Logan was like, oh, actually, no, wait. Oh, it might have been actually, wait, no. Nah, definitely
Deadpool?
not.
I feel like there was an R-rated superhero movie came out.
I think Deadpool was 2016. Oh, that's why they were allowed to make it R-rated for sure. Because Deadpool was the one that first started that whole thing. Because before that, they were far too shit scared to make a superhero movie that was a 15. But I am looking forward to seeing what they do this time. Because yeah, it did just kind of happen, that one with Venom. Like when I saw the initial reviews, they were all terrible. They were like 20% and everything. They were really fucking low.
They really wanted it a bomb.
Yeah, but then when people went to see it, everybody raved about it. Everybody really enjoyed it, including myself, because I saw it day one. And I was like, that was really fun. Like, that was cool as well. The action was really good.
Proof once again, like, even though we're slating a lot of movies and we're, like, praising some movies, you got to say it for yourself. You got to make your mind up.
Oh, yeah. Always make your mind up. Don't give it... Like, don't think our judgments mean fucking anything. We're nothing.
Does anyone? They don't listen
exactly.
to it.
Nobody's fucking listening to this.
If you're listening to you, you really should get some, like, you know,
should get
psychological
some help. Get some help. Well, we should too, but we're not gonna.
Because you don't pay us enough.
That's true. I only pay them in peanuts.
They're good peanuts.
That's it. It's not real peanuts. It's just my testicles that I lay on their shoulders.
They're still nice and warm and salty though.
But I mean, even Venom, like, you know, every movie does have its flaws, no matter what, as well.
Yeah.
Like, there's no such thing. Like, people will say, like, no, this movie's perfect. No, it will still have flaws, no matter what.
I mean, with Venom,
like,
what was up with the timestamp? What was going on?
The weirdest part of that is the fact. So Riot, so the first guy, he's a astronaut boy, crashes, goes into the paramedic, all right. Goes into the old woman. Alright. Time skip. 6 months, he's still the old woman.
Yeah, so
is
she should be dead.
Like,
Isn't that the full point? He's jumping bodies.
Either she should be dead, or she's the perfect fucking horse, and he shouldn't be getting rid of her.
Yeah.
So that bit really doesn't make any sense, because immediately after that he becomes the child, and then the child goes to a final boss. So there's definitely a point. Either it's the old woman or it's the child. There's a 6-month point.
And then when it finally gets through, like, A's character, the bad CEO kind of dude.
I guess it just happens to be a thing
How
that he's...
long has he been bonded with him for?
Yeah.
Because it makes sense.
Probably
He's been
not
there
too
for
long.
a while.
It cannot have been too long, because it's just as they're still hunting Eddie.
But you genuinely get the sense of he's experimenting on his own species.
Maybe. I have no idea. Maybe Riot had come into contact with this sort of thing before. Because that's one of the weird things. Like, they actually seem like all pretty experienced with bonding and stuff. And I'm like, wait, if you're experienced with it, where is these other races then? Did they die out? Is that meant to be the thing? Like, the symbiotes survive at the end once the race dies out? Because I guess, actually, the whole point was he was like, no, our symbiotes are going to come here, ravage your planet, eat half of you, some of you will survive. And they'll be the ones that the symbiotes stay in, but then they'll leave at the end until... They'll probably... Basically, none of them would survive, because it'll be a case of they'll keep making the symbiotes leave, and then the last symbiote will eat whichever is, like, the top tier lad, which...
Well, I'm sure if you're subject to it, even if you're healthy, sure if you're subject to it for too long, you can get cancer.
Yes, apparently I saw something that the reason that the symbiote chose Eddie as well in the comics, at least in one variation, is because Eddie already had cancer, and that makes your brain produce more adrenaline. So it was automatically giving him that boost. But then once the cancer starts to, like, get worse, Venom just leaves him.
Yeah, that's a
Venom
Venom
thing.
thing.
Venom, could you not, like, actually do something about that?
Well, the Asian Venom, who's got a leg missing and an arm missing.
Yeah, he grows the fucking leg
He grows them back for him.
Yeah.
Flash Thompson, that.
Yeah, so they can do a bunch of stuff. Like, I'm like, well, you can basically control his entire body. And, like, go around bit by bit and change whatever you want. You can just move stuff around. Could you not just, like, I don't know, go to where the cancer cells are and just rip them out?
True.
Like,
I do like the
but that's in the comics as well, so...
Venom coming into the Amazing Spider-Man PS5 game. Because it's going to be PS5, you know what I mean?
Yes, yeah, that is actually
the
one
hint
thing.
for him with Harry?
Harry, yeah, because Harry's ill, isn't it? And he's trying to use the Venom symbiote to try and heal his son. Because that was one thing I remember playing through the entire game and realising, like, oh, there's no symbiote suit. Oh, but that's a classic. Fuckers. Needs symbiote suit. And then you get to that end and you say, yeah, oh, shit, boys, that's why there was no symbiote suit. All right. What a hell of a game, that, like.
Apart from the Mary Jane Watson scenes.
And the Miles Morales scene.
Yeah,
like,
I mean, what were they thinking? Go from doing all this amazing stuff, jumping up, like, you know what I mean?
You know,
to stealth segments.
Play the Spider-Man game. I came here to play fucking Spider-Man, bro.
Yeah. I don't give a shit about taking pictures of a fucking teapot.
No, why would I? When I can take pictures of the Empire State Building!
While I'm
in
swinging
the air!
past it, exactly.
Well, as a selfie!
I think I've lost more hours on that game just swinging back and forth.
For sure. I think everybody spent more time swinging back and forth than they did actually doing any of the fucking story or anything. Although that was the one weird thing about that game, okay? It plays it off as if it's meant to be a shock that Doc Ock becomes Doc Ock.
Yeah!
Which anybody who even knows, like, simple things about Spider-Man, you would know Dr. Octavius. You'd be like, Dr. Ock. Doc Ock. Like, it doesn't... It's a big fucking villain.
Hints in the name, people.
Yeah, it's kind of there.
Well, it's the fact that in the background he's got drawings of the arms and, like, the raft.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I wonder where we're going later.
Like, I wonder what's going to happen. Where's it going to happen?
But I did like the villains in it.
I did actually really like the villains in it, yeah.
Vulture was a good fight.
Mm-hmm.
Like, all of them.
Yeah,
especially when you've got to take them on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, especially because you take them on once to get them in rafters originally, and then when he releases them again, you fight them in duos, don't you?
Yeah.
Like, it's like Vulture and Electro, so you've got to try and dodge the electric grids while trying to, take down Vulture and, like, take them out. I really like that.
Like,
yeah, because that's the shit he has to deal with.
Yeah.
The whole point of him is he's always got so much fucking pressure. He's probably got, like, the most amount of pressure compared to a lot of the superheroes, though.
Oh, easily.
Especially being so young.
He had to worry about his aunt, he had to worry about, like, studying.
Yeah.
And then his job. and then a girlfriend.
I mean, that's why so many people relate to him as well, because we've all felt overwhelmed by like what we do.
We all just want to go thwing.
We all just want to go and thwing.
Sometimes from a nose, but you know.
Whatever floats your float, boat.
Goddamn robot, fucking breaking every goddamn time.
I'm not a robot. I'm just 5 million personalities in one.
Yeah, that's a robot.
And I choose the worst one to go with.
It's almost as if your dad selected you. Straight out of hell itself.
Hey, man. Don't go fucking with what you don't know. And what you don't know is pretty much everything.
Hellside.
Hellside. Oh, Hail Hydra.
Oh, god damn it. I say the meme now, every time.
What, the Hail Hydra? What do you mean?
The fucking one where it's, they basically turned him, in the comics, they turned Captain America into an Agent of Hydra.
Oh, yeah.
So every time I see a Hail Hydra, I just see him standing there, like, in the fucking suit.
Oh, yeah.
There's a meme out there.
Have you seen the one that they did where it was a really ridiculous, over-the-top Captain America comic where his muscles are so fucking
that's the
big.
worst
Like, he has
ever.
fucking tits. And
his neck just doesn't exist.
And somebody edited it so it's actually Chris Evans with that fucking giant body.
There's a few things where when you see the memes and the gifs of them, I'm just genius.
I mean, there's probably a lot of the stuff. There's probably a lot of like Marvel, which I think is made to be memeable.
Yep.
Like,
I think the majority of the movies now, think about how they can push it on social media with memes.
100%, yeah. Like, how's it gonna like continue and say, fucking everybody in the world at this point basically knows this.
There you go. Perfect example. Captain Marvel, the trailer where she punches the old lady.
Yeah.
All the memes that came off that, memes, and it's like, it's free marketing. They literally just have to sit back and let it happen.
It's literally a meme. It's that meme of free real estate. It's that fucking meme, goddammit!
They know what they're doing.
They do. I'll give them. They've got a good game plan. They know what they're doing. It does work. But I just wish we'd have. There's just certain things that I wish I could actually see like in motion with certain things. Like I say, there's a lot that I want from Venom. I hope I get at least some of it. If I don't get all, like, if I don't get any of it, that's the one where I'll be sad.
I can deal with a lot, but I need Carnage to be Carnage. I need him to be. I mean, even if they do stuff where it's like off screen,
yes,
and it's left to your imagination,
and you can just hear something, or there's blood everywhere. Oh, if you see the aftermaths too, actually, that might be cool.
Yeah,
like even just stuff like that. But to be fair, it's like we said, the first trailer left us a bit thinking, they've dumbed him down, I don't know about this. But the second trailer has actually got me thinking, okay, this actually looks pretty fucking bad. Because did we actually even see Carnage in the first trailer? I don't remember.
You just got a hint of him.
We just got a hint, didn't we? Yeah. But then this one is obviously, I think there was a few people who must have like watched this first one and thought, maybe not. But then from the second one, they were like, right, these bitches are here for Carnage. Let's give them fucking Carnage.
It's exactly like the Venom trailer. Can you remember what everyone thought when it first came out?
There was no Venom?
Yeah.
He wasn't actually in the first trailer at all, was he? And people were like, what the fuck's the point of a Venom movie without the Venom? But then you saw Venom in it. And the shit that he was doing, like, you seen the motorcycle scenes, which I think that entire fucking thing, starting from when those agents burst into his house to, like, after when he jumps into the water, basically, that entire fucking scene is the best part of the entire movie. It's a fucking beast.
See again, I didn't have any hope at all with Tom Hardy playing him.
No,
because Tom Hardy to me is just he's one of them actors where I notice way too many like similar takes.
Oh right, like in all the characters he plays.
Yeah, it's like, and that takes it out of me, just me personally. But when I'm watching him in that, I'm just like, yeah, he does well. He does
do well. Do you know, I really like, I don't know why, but it really got me, and a lot of other people actually, with the bit when it's during the motorcycle scene, and he's like doing all this stuff to defend him, which is just fucking sick that he's just doing all this stuff, like he's just pulling shit out of the way and everything. But it's the bit when like, he defends him from something like a drone or something, and it's like oh thanks, you're more welcome. Like it's just something like so like weirdly funny about like this beastly voice, but you're more welcome. Like
polite.
He's beautiful, but he's polite. I mean, he wants to eat people, but hey, at least he's nice.
And also, like, so we've got Venom.
Yeah.
We've got Carnage coming.
Yep.
Like, what they're going to do with X-Men?
I really don't fucking know. That's getting to the real problem that I have with a lot of the Marvel comics in general.
Mm-hmm.
That there's going to be too many people with powers out there.
Well, something that's got to come, and there's been loads of talks about, like, from the stuff I've read up online, you're going to have Avengers versus X-Men.
Really?
Yeah. They're saying that's going to be, like, the next, like, massive civil war.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, I don't think that could be a...
Nah.
I'm not asked.
I don't know. Nah, I don't really care.
I'd rather actually have the X-Men by itself.
Yeah. Have you seen the thing? I've been seeing stuff recently. I don't know if they're true, but I've seen stuff about Hugh Jackman saying that he actually is a little bit kind of like sad that he wasn't actually in he was never in with a Deadpool.
Yeah.
And like not a proper one at least anyway. And he wasn't in. I think he never got to be like a part of like the Avengers or anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, that is a shame. But at the same time, although yes, I thought he was fucking perfect as Wolverine. Logan is such a perfect send-off for him.
It is the perfect send-off, but then at the same time, nah, you couldn't. No. You would have to use so much you probably have to use some effects, even with him being ripped, because that's the biggest problem. He's going to have to get defined again.
Yeah, he'd have to do that again. Also,
I genuinely think they need to recast him.
I think they do at this point, to be fair.
I don't know who they would recast. Who played Foreign Oakenshield.
Foreign Oakenshield?
What's it called?
What's that from?
The Hobbit.
Oh, right, okay.
So, like, the lead, the prince.
Oh, wait, is it the guy who was also
Richard
being human?
Artman.
Is it him?
No, not him.
Oh, the main guy,
Richard Artman, I think it's called.
I have no idea.
I'm butchering his name.
Not a fucking clue.
He's a beastly boy.
There's a lot of beastly boys out there.
Did you ever used to watch Robin Hood on BBC?
Nah, surprisingly.
So, you want it nowadays?
Nah. A lot of Robin Hood stuff out there. A lot of Robin Hood.
I do be liking Robin Hood.
Robin Hood's not bad, not bad. I did watch the one with Jamie Foxx and something Egerton. I can't remember his name.
Oh my god,
that's
weird. Just like why Guy Ritchie should never be given I thought they learned a lesson with King Arthur. I really did.
Oh, I remember I was gonna watch that before, and I tried to watch it. I had it on for about 30 minutes, and I realised I hadn't looked up at the screen fucking once.
It's one of them films where when you put it on, you're just like, what's going on?
Yeah, I don't know why.
It's like the guy who supposedly went out of his way to do all these massive deeds and then get a sword from a woman in a lake. But for some reason, he's just brought up by a bunch of prostitutes who teach him to be a snake thief.
Yeah. From the adverts, I remember I thought for some reason I was going to get a movie kind of like Dracula Untold, which I still say is an underrated movie.
Yeah.
It's fucking good.
That is perfect casting as well.
Yeah, that was for both actual Dracula, because there's two of them. There's the guy who actually turns him into a vampire, and then there's Vladimir, I believe, Vlad the Impaler, isn't it?
Yep.
Aye.
I even like that how they build him up about what he done.
Yeah.
And then when you finally get to see him in the armor,
because that's another thing that and Amazing Spider-Man did, which I really like when they do that. He breaks the rock by accident. And when Amazing Spider-Man, he's pulling stuff off because he's not used to his own strength. It's the same sort of thing when because you see it in real life. If there's a door where you're expecting it to be really heavy, you'll put that extra weight into it because you'll expect it. Whereas there,
next thing you know, the handle's hanging off.
Yeah. Whereas they've suddenly got an extra strength, so they're doing it at what would be their usual motion, but their usual motion is 10 times stronger than it used to be. So it's just breaking stuff.
It always looks good whenever you have any kind of superpowered, where you actually failed their change.
Yeah.
So there's an example. Not the best movie, but not the worst movie. Mm-hmm. The Power Rangers.
Oh, they actually, yes!
Yeah.
They did it too, yes! You know what it is? Those scenes I actually liked.
Yeah.
The movie as a whole, not amazing, but it was.
I still blame the villain. I still say the villain brought.
Oh god, it was.
She brought me way out of the movie. What's she called? Elizabeth Banks.
Yeah, she's not
way out of the movie.
Let's be real. Since Scrubs, what's been the point of it?
Yeah.
What's she been doing?
Zack and Mary make porno.
That was ages back. That was one of the first things she did, I think.
And even that, it's
I never saw it.
You watch it more than once, you realise how shit it is.
Yeah.
I'm sure Kevin Smith done it.
Oh, really?
I think he did. Could be wrong.
I never watched that one. But yeah, she's just generally not a very good actress. I like her in Scrubs, but maybe that's just because Scrubs is so fucking perfect that even she couldn't be bad.
I was going to say you could take the most hated actor and put him in Scrubs and you couldn't hate him as much.
Yeah.
Of course, they'd write good stories for him.
As long as it wasn't the season that will not be named of Scrubs, that is.
No, we don't mention that.
I don't know what
Not
you're
here,
talking about.
Loki.
That was just fan theories. It's
Not in
bullshit.
this-
It doesn't exist.
Not in this safe space.
Oh, Scrubs was something fucking special, though. Like, that was a show that made you laugh so fucking hard, and then when it made you cry, Christ, it made you cry.
Kind of like Cobra Kai come.
Yeah.
I'm hoping there's not too many sad moments
That is
in it.
definitely one. Maybe that's another one we should cover fully on the podcast. Actually go through the brilliance of Cobra Kai.
Just how that's a franchise that can actually reinvent itself.
Mm-hmm. That's actually doing
Take
well.
a lesson out there, people.
Yeah. But yeah, I think that's a good stopping point. We're talking about future things and whatnot. That sounds good to me, boys.
We'll probably forget it, but we'll
we'll definitely be forgetting it. We've forgotten everything we've ever said before. What the fuck are we even doing in this podcast? Why do you think this podcast's a thing? We do it so we remember what we fucking said.
It really is. Kind of evidence at this point.
Maybe. I do sometimes have the fear that I will hear this played back to me in court at one point.
Me too, but then I have the fear that I'll just hear you laughing across the other side of the room.
Oh yeah, because you're definitely the one who's like going to be getting arrested.
Oh,
and
I'm
stuff.
screwed.
Because I don't know what the fuck you talking about, man. You saying some crazy shit.
I do be saying crazy shit.
You
Sometimes
crazy
my mouth
shit.
it opens and then things come out.
It's a bit like my anus.
That's what they say. Every man's mouth is another man's anus.
Well, everybody, I've been Loki,
and I've been Craven,
and we will hope to see you next time. In the next episode of the A.N.T.S podcast. Thanks for watching. If we're not
arrested, of course. We could be arrested.
Hey. If you're not arrested, I ain't getting arrested.
I must flee.